The 6,162nd meeting of the Security Council is called to order. The provisional agenda for this meeting is before the Council in document S/agenda/6162, which reads, and I quote, "The situation in Afghanistan." Unless I hear any objection, I shall consider the agenda adopted. The agenda is adopted. I should like to inform Council that I have received a letter from the representative of Afghanistan in which he requests to be invited to participate in the consideration of the item on the Council's agenda. In accordance with the usual practice, I propose, with the consent of the Council, to invite that representative to participate in the consideration without the right to vote, in accordance with the relevant provisions of the Charter and Rule 37 of the Council's Provision Rules of Procedure. There being no objection, it is so decided. I invite the representative of Afghanistan to take a seat at the Council table. The Security Council will now begin its consideration of item 2 of the agenda. The Security Council is meeting in accordance with the understanding reached in its prior consultations. After consultations among members of the Security Council, I have been authorized to make the following statement on behalf of the Council. And I quote and read the statement. The Security Council welcomes Afghanistan-led preparations for upcoming presidential and provincial council elections and stresses the importance that the elections be free, fair, transparent, credible, secure, and inclusive. The Security Council also calls upon the people of Afghanistan to exercise their vote in this historic opportunity for all Afghans to make their voices heard. The Security Council calls on all parties concerned to adhere to the fundamental principles laid out in the electoral law and all other relevant regulations. The Presidential Decree on Non-Interference in Election Affairs and the guidelines issued by the Special Representative of the Secretary General to ensure a credible electoral process. It reaffirms the primary responsibility of Afghan government and the Independent Electoral Commission to set the necessary conditions for elections with the active support of the international community. The Security Council welcomes the intention of international partners, including the European Union and the OSCE, to send electoral observation missions and support teams at the request of the Afghan government. The Security Council stresses the importance of a secure environment for conducting elections, condemns those who resort to violence to obstruct the electoral process, and while recognizing the ongoing efforts of the Afghan government, encourages its additional efforts with the assistance of the International Security Assistance Force to ensure security during the electoral period. The Security Council welcomes the strengthened commitment that the international community has shown recently in various fora, including those in Moscow, The Hague, Ankara, Strasbourg, Caire, Washington, Islamabad, Tehran, Yekaterinburg, and Trieste, to help the Afghan government build a stable and prosperous Afghan well-integrated in its region. The Security Council emphasizes the central role of UNAMA and the special representative of the Secretary General in leading and coordinating the international civilian efforts in Afghanistan, and notes the expectation expressed in the Hague Conference for expansion of UNAMA's presence. In this regard, the Security Council expresses its support for the Secretary General's intention to further strengthen UNAMA this year and invites the Secretary General to provide further details of his proposals. The Security Council welcomes the progress achieved by the Afghan government on implementing the Afghan Compact and Afghanistan National Development Strategy during the period covered by the latest report of the Secretary General. It encourages the Afghan government to undertake enhanced efforts in addressing issues in the areas of security, governance, the rule of law, human rights, including gender equality, and economic and social development, as well as the cross-cutting issue of counter-narcotics, and calls upon the international community to continue to support the Afghan government's efforts, including provision of humanitarian assistance in this regard. The Security Council recalls the priorities identified at the Paris Conference and reaffirmed at the Hague Conference, and emphasizes the importance of providing sufficient support needed for progress in these priority areas. The Security Council takes note of the status of the work of developing benchmarks for measuring and tracking progress in the implementation of UNAMA's mandate and priorities, and expresses its hope that the work will be completed through consultation with all actors concerned, and that finalized benchmarks will be included in the next report of the Secretary General. This statement will be issued as a document of the Security Council and the symbol S/PRST/2009/21. The Security Council has thus concluded the present stage of its consideration of the item on its agenda. The meeting is adjourned.